Up YouTube, long time no talk. It's Daniel. It's December 21st, 2nd, something like that, and I am headed to go check out a hiking area that I found while reading through some articles. I went to La Vida and then got some local papers, and one of them had an article about this place called Cuchares Canyon. It's walk-in and horseback only. Kind of a bummer. I actually wanted to bring my bike, but it seems like at least two of the entrances or two of the areas are horse and footback only. Or foot and horseback only. So we'll see how it goes. I have not been to the area. I don't really know what to expect, but the mountains are generally pretty cold this time of year. It's like 48 right now in Pueblo West. I'm just leaving my house, and the mountains were quite a bit cooler than that and snowy, and I wanted to hike and stuff. And yes, I could snowshoe, or I could go enjoy sunshine and just walk in my boots. So that's what I have to do. So I'll keep you updated. I'm in my Grand Cherokee. It's been a while since I've taken this thing on a road trip. I had to get some cooling issues taken care of. The water pump was leaking and some coolant lines and so forth. So I went ahead and got all that. Now this is kind of the maiden voyage down to the Cuchares Canyon area. So I hope it's good. I'll keep you updated. So we're about halfway there, coming by Colorado City and Rye. I had to stop and get gas. Then I just stuffed my pie hole with a bunch of Panda Express. I'm not gonna lie, that's great road tripping food. I don't care who you are. I got a large order of their veggie fried rice. Hashtag love them carbs. So probably be there in about 30-ish minutes, and then we'll see how it goes. The wind is supposedly pretty bad, but I'm thinking maybe once we get down to the canyon it won't be that bad. And the Jeep's driving great. Temperature's right where it's supposed to be. Nothing's dripping or leaking. So my buddies over at Jeremy's garage did a fantastic job as usual. And I love this vehicle. I always think of upgrading it, and I've been looking and looking and looking, and then I get in it and I drive it and I think, it does everything I need it to do. I'm going to do another walk around of it at some point, because I have one on my channel already when it was a little smaller. Now I got a 4.5-inch lift on it with JK takeoff, 32-inch like a all-terrain mud terrain tire, and it just does really good. So current scenery, pavement. I'm hoping to have less of that in the near future and more dirt, but sometimes you got to take these roads to get to where you're going. So check in a while. We're off I-25. Windy. Ooh, goodness. Boom. I think I caught that sign. Headed toward La Junta. Oh. My blinkers haven't been working in my Jeep lately for some weird reason. They kind of like are intermittent. There's a brown sign up here. I'm gonna go look at it real quick. Then I'll turn around, because a lot of times these brown signs are like various different historical markers. So let's see what it is. God, there's some old funky stuff down here. Lathrop State Recreation Area. 4 miles. Oh, ambulance. Lathrop State. Well, do I want to go check that out? I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. See where we end up. Headed against Lathrop State Recreation Area. I actually do know where that is. I thought I was in a different area. I didn't realize this second exit here. So a little backstory. I just went to Lathrop 2 weeks ago, and there's 3 exits into this town of Walsenburg. I've only ever taken the first one, but I really, with the way that I go, probably should jump off on this one. So it's kind of good to know. It brings you on the south side of town and then right out to Lathrop State Park, which is kind of cool, instead of having to go through town. So something I'll keep in mind. So anyways, now I'm going to head east somewhere around 10 miles, I believe, is where it should be. I'm looking for County Road 20, I think it was, which is actually on the map it's 120, but I think the actual road once I get out here is going to be 20. So we'll see how it goes. The weather's pretty nice. Well, actually it cooled down a lot. It's only 40 west entrance, there's a pretty cool private pond back there that I'll try to get some video of on the way back. But I went past the furthest west entrance. I'm pretty sure. They don't really have road names, but it was CR120, which on the map, I'm pretty sure that was the right one. These plains just must flood out here because they have all these, like, culverts that go under the road. There's like 20 of them in this stretch. But there's some windmills off to the south. And it's just mostly private land, private ranches in the area. This whole area was going to be part of a military like expansion. They have the Pinyon Canyon maneuver site, which is south of here, and I guess they were trying to expand into this area at some point. There was a bunch of controversy with like the locals, all four of them, and the military, and ultimately the vocal yokel locals won, and I guess they didn't expand out here. And I mean, some of it I understand. It's like it's their ranch land and they've been here for 150 years. So for the military industrial complex, if you will, to come out and take it so that they can blow shit up, drive tanks. I mean, that actually sounds kind of fun. But I guess if it was my land, hell, I don't know. Depends on how much money they're giving me. I could be bought off. So if they're like, hey, Muldoon, we're going to pay you a dickload of money for this land that's ugly, I'd be like, done, son. But hey, that's just me. Other people don't sell out as quick as this guy, I guess. But there's really cool, like, just topography. I don't know if you caught that or not. It was right at the end, like a little rock outcropping. And so I'm enjoying the drive. I'm going to see if I can find the eastern edge of this. And there's a historical site called Kenner Ranch. I haven't seen another road, but this is kind of like a northeasterly. It's not like it's a square area. You have to like drive, and it kind of sits between parcels of private land. So you have to, yeah, I don't know, because the mapping's not all that fantastic, and the road names weren't completely lining up, and it was a little bit tough to find some of it. So we'll just see what I find when we get out here. But damn, there's a lot of windmills. I was out here maybe about a decade ago, I thought, but shit, maybe not. Could have been longer than that. And I don't remember any of these windmills, but if you can see on the horizon out there, there's like a bunch there, and it goes all the way here, and then all the way out there, you can see along that horizon. So apparently wind energy is going good east of Walsenburg, Colorado. Oh, big game hunt, deer, antelope, M Ranch, CR210, interesting. But yeah, so it's kind of cool. I can see some cool, like a ribbon band of like rock over there. So sooner or later, I'm hoping to find a road. So far, there hasn't even been a road other than the very first one to even go north. Man, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's got to be like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 windmills out here just that I can see. Who knows over these little mesas and plateaus and arroyos and crevasses. I'm just throwing out random words. I don't even know what they mean. Welcome to my life. So we'll see what we find. I'm just going to cruise along this road for a little while. I got a full tank of gas and an empty credit card. So if I need to fill up again, I can, but frankly, there's nowhere to fill up. So I'm just going to enjoy the scenery for whatever that there is. I can tell you this, I'd rather look at this and have no cars than look at this and have a bunch of cars, which is what I just had on I-25. And the Jeep's just purring like a kitten. For those of you who are looking for a vehicle to just go explore, buy a Grand Cherokee WJ. They're such a great option. They're so cheap to come by. I paid $2,000 for this. Now, I've put a ton of money into it. I replaced all the control arms, upper and lower, put on a 4.5-inch lift. Did a bunch of stuff, so now it's more than that, but you know, private property. That sucks. I don't know if you can see out there, but there's like old ranch buildings, like collapsed brick one back there in the left. But yeah, just go buy a Grand Cherokee. They're everywhere. Parts are everywhere. They're cheap to buy. quadra drive system is fantastic for a factory four-wheel drive system. Welcome to Bush Cattle. The old Bush. And yeah, so thoughts with Daniel. I'm going to keep cruising along this highway and just see what it is that cometh my way. Minutes later, and I came across this. Boom. A Pishipaw State Wildlife Area. My friend has told me about this. I don't particularly plan on going that way, but yeah, it's kind of cool when you just stumble across stuff like that. So I found another road, CR 123. It looks cool, it runs along a fence line. So we're gonna go drive down it. It's right there across the road. And see, I don't know, because they don't have road names, they're all CRs, which is weird because the article or the paper I was reading referred to them as road names, like Kenner Ranch Road is one of them. Hell's Bells. I don't know. It's private land on both sides from the looks of it here. But not a bad road. Be fun with a little bit of mud. So we'll see where it goes. Oh, I see a vehicle out there in the distance. Maybe that's where. I don't know, we'll see. How far this road goes. I'm a couple miles up it, but old homestead building out there. Oh, looks like it's turning up here. I haven't seen anything that like would signify where I am, other than in the middle of the Tules and near windmills. Let's see what this sign says. Private property. Hunting by permission only. Well, we're not hunting, but I get it. They don't want me there. Okay, well, we're headed back east, or west, I mean. See what else we can find. Cool road. Sun broke through. Cold. Freaking wind. Holy MF. It'll blow your socks clean off. But, yeah, we'll mosey. It reminds me, obviously, of western Kansas out here, where we go pheasant hunting. Just cruising along these roads, miles at a time, looking for dopey little birds. I don't think there's any pheasant in these parts. Ain't nothing to eat. I don't think there's anything in these parts at all. They had some cattle ranch back there a little bit, but I'm not even sure cows will eat this grass. So this road's less maintained. Maybe this is the one that'll take us to where we want to go. I mean, there's only so many dang roads out here. I can't go all that much further. It looked like the next piece of land was private, so I can't imagine there being another road past this. See where we go. I don't know if you can read that little green sign, but it says BLM this way. That's what we need. So we must be at the eastern boundary. We're coming into the eastern boundary of this. Awesome. I really found the area because the research I was doing said that along the road was this sign. So you can walk in there, I guess. Oh, yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, you can. That's definitely BLM sign. But this is not one of the primary entrances, so. And see what else we can find. But yeah, we're definitely on the right path, which is good. So if we weren't on the right path, we'd have to go find it potentially, or we would just be exploring anyways. That looks fun. Oh wait, I wonder if this is the one they were talking about that goes in about 2 miles and then ends at a turnabout. I gotta get on a map too and see where the heck the rest of this road goes. I mean, I suppose in theory it might pop out in La Junta or in that area of this is fun. Double track. Hope it doesn't get muddy or anything. There's no way to get pulled out of this shithole. That's one thing you got to be careful of when you're exploring on your own. It's not getting too stupid. I do get too stupid sometimes, so I'll have to be careful. If this gets too low, the snow and mud and crap will start setting in. It actually already kind of is. Cool ass road though, heck. Let's see where it goes. Basically, I mean, you can still see some of the trail there. It seems a lot less traveled here. And it's fenced to the left, which I think is maybe the BLM boundary. I don't know, the maps in this area were not that great, but I don't want to be on roads that aren't relatively well traveled already. And I don't know what the ground is underneath me, but I mean, there hasn't been tons of vehicles on this because there's a bush right in the middle of the road that would not exist if people were driving on this right there. So I think we'll just turn around, go back, and see if there's something else to find. Gate back there said road closed to motorized travel. Open to horse and foot and horseback. It's a big watering trough or well or some shit. I don't know. Swimming pool. God dang, the thing's so friggin'. It has a ladder. I mean, when there's ladders, we climb them, right? Let's see what it looks like. But gosh, it gets so annoying sometimes because I'm like, if you can ride a horse, why can't I ride my bike? Oh yeah, this thing's pretty solid. Hello, hello. I gotta wonder, like, what the heck is this thing for? Was it a grain silo? Oh, I bet it might have been, huh? I thought it was for water, but I can see right up here, bolts have been removed. Like this paneling. So maybe it's some type of silo. Although, this looks like well of sorts. Hell's bells, I don't know. But it's fun exploring. Ooh, look at the Jeep. Isn't it looking sexy today? So sexy. The 2-lane here will go down. So this side too. That's a newer sign than the other one. Open to hiking and horseback. Please close gate. No mountain bikes. No ATVs, etc. Does not say anything about this road being closed, so we will. Holy crapola! That was fun. Look at this old something or other. Some rocks and shit. Oh, this thing looks like it turns into a swampy little piss hole. At least here at the beginning. Yeah, I'm 100% certain in the right area now, because all of this was in the pictures of the report that I was reading of this area. So that's awesome. At least found it. That's step number one. But man, wow, how frustrating. Yes, I'm gonna get on a soapbox again about bicycles. Why? National Forest Service, BLM, whoever it is that controls that, why can I not pedal my bike down the same path that somebody can take a horse on? I don't get it. I mean, it's like, it's insane to me. The bicycle is going to leave virtually no tracks, and I get it. Maybe you don't want a bunch of people getting stupid and like racing mountain bikes out here, but for the love of Pete, what about for guys who just like to go explore? It's like, a bike is not a goddamn car. So for it to be closed to those things, it's like, I don't get it. I mean, like, bikes on the road are treated like cars, and I get there's some confusion on all of this, but dude, seriously, I could take 50 bicycles out here right now. Nobody would know the difference. There's nobody here. It's just Daniel. And I'm I'm sure during busier times of year, you get more people or whatever, and that's fine. But, I mean, if the rules are in place where you at least just have to be respectful, then I think mountain bikes should be allowed anywhere that a gosh darn cow can go. I mean, if you're worried about erosion or something like that, then stop letting cattle graze. There's single track, like, cattle trails all over this area. It would hurt absolutely nothing for me to just put my bike tires on the same damn trail that the cattle have already been on. I don't want to go ride across the prairie and make my own trails. I just want to ride on the stuff that's already been there. Like, how fun is that to just follow game trails until they end? So fun. Almost as fun as driving down this little road right now. Oh, yes sir. I don't know. I need to know, like, if anybody who watches this video ever knows who needs to be lobbied to open these areas up to pedals, put a speed limit. Be like, dude, you can't ride your bike more than 10 miles an hour. Fine, whatever. You know, if you don't want them just out here bonsaiing, getting buck wild, then I get that to some extent, but it makes no sense why I can't ride a damn bike. And I have a fat bike, which is awesome, and I want one to out here because fat bikes are so fun. So, anyways, look at this road. It's not even really a road. Well, it is. It's a 2-lane, and it definitely said nothing about do not travel. There's one going that way, too. But look, I mean, it gets a little sloppy. You need some ground clearance. You're not going to take your Dodge Caravan back here. I only say that because I'm actually envious of Dodge Caravans. I rented one with my brother and my dad when we were in Florida on a road trip. Holy cow, was that thing fun, dude. You could just stick coolers, people, everything you need, and rip along. So fun. But you definitely can't take down stuff like this. But this, my friends, is why we have the venerable Jeep Grand Cherokee. And look, I mean, even out here, people who didn't want to drive in that primary road, which I think is like one set of 2 tracks over, made this one. But dude, let's be honest, like, people have been driving and riding and whatever on these roads. That's how they got made. It was like people coming through here on friggin' covered wagons and whatever. So, dear government, please let us have fun on our own land. It's not going to require any more maintenance on your behalf. In fact, if anything, if you open this stuff up to trail riding organizations, like, I know that one of the things that I was reading is a backcountry horseman's club maintains some of the areas around here. It's like, we'll help. We'll help. We'll make it whatever you want out of us. We just want the ability to ride our bikes in places that are fun and explore. Ooh, look, there's one this way. Oh my gosh, there is so much fun out here. It's like, which way do you go when you come to a fork in the road? You know what? We're going to stay on this one. We're going to see it through to the end. And then we're going to go down that one. Because I don't have much of a timeline today. It's only 2:30 in the afternoon. It gets dark about 4:30. So, you know, and I don't really care that it's dark other than the fact that I can't see anything out here when it's dark, so then what the hell is the point of being out here? But, very cool, very cool. I just need everybody's help to start changing those little brown signs to say non-motorized, but mechanized okay. Because it's not going to make a difference if I come out here and pedal my bike. And I want to, it'd be so fun. So, there you go. And for all you anti-cyclists out there, don't yell at me. End of this first road, which this is the one I was looking for earlier when I got on that other one that went to a turnaround. So this one dead-ended. So I just went through, or just turned around in the little dead-end area, and now I'm going back. I'm going to pick up that fork in the road. But I can't wait to see this Cuchares Canyon. I can kind of see it off to my left. I definitely can't see it in the camera because I'm using my GoPro, whatever this little black one is. I can't remember what it's called, Session, without any zoom or anything. But you can just see the topography. Man, it's really neat because it's all just like prairie as prairie can be, and then all of a sudden these junipers start popping in, and then off to the west, there's just, you can see the canyon walls, so I'm really excited to get over there. There's a lookout. I don't know if this is circumnavigable or if I have to turn around and go back the other way, but there's a lookout specifically that I'm trying to find, and if I can get there this way, I will. If I can't, I'll have to turn around and try to haul ass back the other way up that first road that I didn't show you yet because I didn't take it, and go from there. So, but yeah, check it out. Cool road, man. I love this kind of stuff. It's so fun. All right, so this is cool. This is that little finger, or that little fork in the road that I was just at. Starts taking you back west. You come in this really cool treat area. Check it out, fire pit. Very cool campsite. Very cool. There's no water, you know, so if you're looking for water, it's probably not ideal. But, oh man, if you just want a chill place where, frankly, I don't think a lot of people come, this is it. Plus, it's December 22nd? No, 22nd. Yeah, 3 days before Christmas. It's 45 degrees. Sun shining. I'm in a fishing shirt, for goodness sakes. I'm not hot, but I'm not cold. You know, you can't... This is one of the amazing things about Colorado, is it's like... If you go to the mountains right now, snow. You're snowshoeing, which is great if you want to snowshoe. But, then you come out east. You know, I'm at around 5,900 feet right now. Relatively low in our state. Although higher than Pueblo, where I live. And you just get this bomb, warm, nice awesomeness. And you can still camp virtually year round. I've pronghorn hunted out here, kind of this similar area. Wow. Look at this, guys. Holy shit, holy. We're walking down there. We are walking down there. I was not expecting this route, hey-o, to turn into this, but dude, you gotta follow stuff like this. Anyways, I've pronghorn hunted sort of in this area, not exactly, but sort of, in January. Had beautiful weather, 40s and 50s. Also one year had a total shitstorm, a bunch of snow, wind, sucked balls, but you get that sometimes. But frankly, it's not the norm. This is more the norm. Whoo-wee, boys and girls, this is nice. All right, I'm gonna try not to foot traffic, so definitely some of them bipodal creatures have been back here. And once I get up to this canyon, I'll show you. Look at this. This is just a few more feet from where I shut off the camera before, but I think we gotta go down there, huh? We can't just stop now. Right there's the edge, so I'm gonna drop down there, but oh, this is cool. Wow. So, I just got here, it's breathtaking actually, I'm not even joking. We're driving along that prairie, right? And we end and we come to something like this and you think, oh, this is just out here. Who knows how many people know about it or don't know about it, but I can tell you, I can see several miles in every direction. And unless somebody does a really good job of hiding, I don't see anybody. Maybe busier during a different season, but this canyon, it just goes. Alright, check it out. Is that not incredible? I mean, it's a few hundred feet, 500 feet from the bottom to the top. And this Cuchares Creek, river, stream, whatever, it just meanders through. And then look at over here, it just goes and goes and goes, and all the way out to the horizon you can just kind of see this band on both sides, these rims for long ways. I don't know how far, you know, I'd have to Google Earth it, honestly, and see. But, wow, this is stunning. And what an amazing day to do this. You come out here, guys, and you can just do nothing but praise the Lord. I mean, He made this for us, so that we could enjoy and we could explore, and so that the wildlife could wander around and get water. And the wind's not horrible. I mean, it's breezy, but this was just 1000% worth it. Get off the couch, get in your car, and go do stuff. This is amazing. I just came down this canyon, this little, like, there's not much of a trail. There's definitely been people back here. I see footprints, which doesn't surprise me. Hell, why not? But it's going to take a little bit more effort getting out, I think, than it did getting in. It was kind of a little hokey, actually, but wow. So I'm going to see if I can find some more overlooks of this. Because there's a trail out here, I think, on that western edge. It's an 8-mile hike that takes you to the bottom. I don't have time for that. But I got here, and honestly, it's amazing. So, look at that one final view. I bet if you sat here, you'd just see deer and who knows what else come through. I mean, why not? I'd live here. This is amazing. Really beautiful. So, all right, I'll see you back at the Jeep. I left it running, and I didn't bring my camera on my phone, so I can't take a picture of it right here. It kind of bums me out, but no camera. But I got this camera, so at least it's got on film. Out of that little area, really cool, really cool. But check this out. Boom. Historic Kenner Ranch. I don't know what historical value Kenner Ranch has. I'd be interested in learning more about it. But this is Kenner Ranch Road, which is the one that I was looking for. But check it out. Old, like, cattle stuff, and then Wilson Trail crossing. So I think I'm gonna park here. No, I know I'm gonna park here, and we're gonna go for a little cruise, check things out. Oh, there's a notice and stuff. Let me get out of the Jeep and we'll check it out. So this is U.S. Department of the Interior, Bureau of Land Management. Notice you are on federal lands. Cultural resources in the vicinity of this notice are fragile and irreplaceable. The Archaeological Resources Protection Act of 1979, the Antiquities Act of 1906, the Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act of 1990 protect them for the benefit of all Americans. Don't mess with it, or you're going to jail. That's Daniel's summary. So these are got to go back to the 1800s of sorts. I don't know where I hear there's a homestead somewhere, but I don't know if we'll be able to find that. But look at this old loafing sheds. Wow, you know? I think I got here from my house in maybe 2 hours if I actually knew where I was going and came straight here instead of farting around. And these guys settled out here from somewhere out east, probably. Well, definitely. And then took God knows how long to get here. And then why this piece of land? And I always got to wonder those things. It's like, why here? I don't know enough about it. Some old nails. Got the water source. Look at that. Yeah, it's an old well. Got a turn on right there. I was gonna go check out this gate over here. Holy! Almost experienced a catastrophe right here live on Facebook. Oh wait, we're not live. Wow, that's really pretty out here. I had no clue. Okay, so yeah, I definitely heard about this too. And this is what I mean, like, if they would just open some of this stuff up. It's trail maintained by Rocky Mountain Backcountry Horsemen. Why can't I ride my bike down there? I get it. They don't like me. Alright, well, I'm going to go see if I can get back to the canyon. It looks like I can. Probably take some more video. I got to get a picture or two because I didn't get it at that last place. Look at this, these walls are just collapsing. And kind of sad, you know, at some point, not too many generations down the road, this stuff will just be a pile of rubble, and videos like this will be the only thing people have to reference on these historical sites. Interesting stuff. Alright, so glass is fogged up. That was cool. That was so worth it. I'm gonna take off back down that road, because this is the end of the road over here, and see. I wish I had a little more time, you know, but that's life. It's life. Sometimes you just gotta squeeze in what you can squeeze in and make the most of it at that time. But I'm gonna try to rip down that main highway, go back by that pond, and come back up and see the other side of this canyon, because I can't get to the other side from over here. And I do have a little bit of a trek out of here, but I'm gonna try to stay on the skinny pedal as much as possible and not stop the video too much, since you've already seen all this. And then, man, I can't wait. I gotta pull this up on a map. I want to see where the genesis of this river canyon is, because it's substantial. You know, and the water itself is not roaring, you know, but obviously during runoff it would be different. But I'm just mostly curious where it comes from, and where did you come from? Where did you go? That's what I'm trying to figure out. This, I passed it on the way up. I want to see it. It's an old cemetery. It's just right off this highway. Pretty nice piece of property that guy's got over there. But I like to come and check these out. Let's see. It's really windy. I don't even know if you can hear me or if this will make that video. 2003, 1996. I know there's some old ones in here. This one's born 1904. I don't exactly know where that one, Pablo Sandoval, 1869 to 1928. Pretty crazy. This one looks old. A date on it either. 1891 to 1981. Very nice. I can't tell on some of these, but jackrabbit. Oh shit, he just got tangled up in a fence. Oh no, never mind. He's back out of it. What a goof ass. 1917, this is an old one. 1846 to 1917. Wow. Kind of cool that there's a mix of old and new in here, like there is in a lot of these cemeteries. Actually, one not too far from my house I have on the channel too. Similar. Look at this, died 1889. 78 years old. That person was born in 1820. What? Is that even possible? That's amazing. Alright, well, I'm going to check out some more if they're cool. I'll show them to you, but I just love walking around 1871 to 1940. Some sweet captains. I love my parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents. Alright. So, I found the next road that goes into this, and welcome Seeing no trespassing. Anyways, that's just a ranch subdivision, which is probably the houses I can see from the other side. So far I like that other side more. The side's a little more populated, if you will. But I gotta be getting close because I can see the windmills that I can see on the other side. So this road was way better maintained so far. I mean, it's like, you know, Kansas dirt roads here doing 50, 60 miles an hour down this baby. Nice area though. They had that big lake back there, that Maria Lake subdivision, which was really cool. So anyways, I'm just cruising down the road, trying to find where it goes, and it looks like, boom, it's straight dead ahead. I can see some of those canyon walls over there. The first of 3 parking areas. It's called Sheep's Head Lookout or something. I didn't bring the camera because I'm running out of light. It clouded up. Sundown at 4:41. It's 4:07, 4:08, and the clouds rolled in. So it's getting kind of dark kind of quick. So I just jogged out real quick to take a look at it. I hit these next 2 outlooks or overlooks, and if we can get to one that looks decent, I'll take some more footage. This area is definitely sort of like the primary entrance, I guess you could say. Way more defined roads, way more signage. I probably should have started here, but that wouldn't have been any fun. And honestly, I wanted to see the eastern boundary because it's further away. It takes more time. So anyways, we'll bust up here, Mickey Thompson style. And I think either the next lookout or the one further north, one of them in the report I was reading had a really pretty overlook. I just don't know how far you have to hike in, and I don't have a ton of time. So we'll see. So quick look over the edge. Oh yeah, we're getting to the good stuff. How high up we are now. Woo! Beautiful, isn't it? I was somewhere over there before. I don't know exactly nowhere. Could have been up this way a little ways even. There's a house up here with a red roof on it we're about to pass. And I saw that from the other side. So let's see if we can go find stuff. I finally found like the primary route down. Horse and footback travel. Foot and horseback travel only, of course. Kind of speed along here. I'm not going to go too far down. Yep. Here's the trail, though. Leads to the bottom of the canyon for sure. Really cool. It's not that heavily used. I mean, I guess it's just one of those areas kind of far out of the way, nothing close, so maybe a lot of people just don't come here, but I'm guessing there's quite a bit of wildlife depending on time of day and time of year. We'll see. I'm going to jog back up to the top and see if we catch the last one before dark. At what I believe to be the last, like, parking area. So I'm going to jog down and see what we got. Might have a little sunset action. Oh, it's pretty cloudy. Ooh, nibs are cutting glass. Anyways, let me get down there. It goes a long ways north of here. You can see it meander for ways. This is kind of probably the last lookout I'll get to. And I don't know if there are others. I'm going to keep trekking and see. I'm heading north, which is the direction I got to go anyways. So I'm hoping one of these roads will pick up an east-wester and take me back to I-25. So I don't have to drive 15 miles back south. But hey, do what you do, you know? But man, am I glad I came out here today. This was so worth it. It was exactly what I was hoping for. Actually, more. It's very impressive. I definitely want to get out here again one day and do a little bit more hiking instead of just driving now that I know where everything is. Yeah, so I call that the end of it. If I see anything cool, I'll chime back in. Otherwise, thanks for watching. We'll see you around. I'm out there, but there's pronghorn running around. They were tucked up under this tree And then I came down here and I was like, oh, there's the pronghorn, and they got all spooked and run off. Friggin' speed goats. They're goofy. They like running circles and stuff. Had a nice little hangout. Hope they come back. I didn't mean to interrupt their slumber. I'm just farting around now trying to find the best way. Well, not really the best way, but a way out of here. I know